If there is one simple word that we all struggle to say, it is no. N-O, no, two simple letters, one simple word, but saying no can be the most challenging thing in life. Why do we struggle to say no? The reason why we struggle to say no is that we have gotten used to saying yes to many unimportant things in life. Okay, when we say yes to unimportant things in life, what happens to us? We miss the chance and time to say yes to the important things in life and to the things that really matter to us. That is why we need to learn how to say no to unimportant things and how to say yes and be more focused on saying yes to the important things in life. If you practice the Buddhist teachings or the spiritual path, or in any area of your life, you have to do less, not do more. Now, society tells us the quite opposite thing. Society says, do more. The more you do, the more you achieve. Do as many things as possible, and then you will achieve. But it turns out that doing more will not help us be more productive in what really matters to us in life. That's why we have to master saying no to certain things in life and be focused on what really matters to us. So, from this video, we are going to discuss few things that will help you say no to unimportant things in life and say yes to what really matters to you. Before discussing how to say no to unimportant things in life, we have to understand why we say yes to unimportant things in life. The reason why we say yes to unimportant things is because of fear, most of the time. Sometimes it is the fear of missing out. Sometimes it is the fear of letting someone down, or the fear of being the only one to say no. Sometimes it is the fear of making the wrong decision. So that is why we say yes to unimportant things in life. And sometimes we say yes, not only to people but also to things in life. For example, while you're studying, you have the mobile phone beside you. Suddenly a notification pops up on your phone. You know you're studying, and you have to be focused, but you pick up the phone and check it. Sometimes it is not necessary, but you check it and say yes to that distraction. Let's say you plan to learn or meditate in the evening, and suddenly you get a call from a friend asking you to go shopping, to a party, or for a walk. Because of the fear of letting that person down or saying no, you say yes to them. When you say yes to them, you may miss the chance and valuable time to be focused on what really matters to you, what really helps you achieve your larger purpose in life. That's why we have to learn how to say no correctly. Here are a few steps that can help you achieve that. The first step to saying no to unimportant things in life is to build good self-awareness. You have to have a good understanding of what really matters to you and why you say yes to certain things and no to others. Before saying yes to something, ask yourself this question: why am I saying yes to this? Before saying yes to someone or something, figure out why you are saying yes. Before saying no to certain things, figure out why you are saying no. For example, let's say you need to check your mobile phone. Your mind says to check your mobile phone. Before doing that, ask yourself why. Why am I doing this? Why should I do this? When you ask yourself that question, you become more aware of yourself and what you are doing. The Buddha says before you do something or say something, ask yourself, is it helpful for me? Is this thing I'm going to do helpful for me or for others? Is it good for me? Is it good for others? When you ask yourself that question and come to the answer that yes, this is really worth saying yes to, this is really important to me, then do it. But if you come across the answer that no, this doesn't really matter to me, it is not important to my life, then by all means, do not do it because it steals your time, the valuable time in your life. The first step to saying no and learning how to say no to unimportant things in life is to build good self-awareness. The second step of learning to say no to unimportant things in life is to build good self-discipline. Now, this is the most challenging part because it takes a lot of courage and grit to say no. You need to be more disciplined to say no to unimportant things in life, because sometimes the things we have to say no to may be the most enjoyable things in life. We all like to enjoy life, but sometimes those enjoyable things will not help us be more productive. For example, let's say you are going to study and planning to meditate. Sometimes your friends ask you to join a party. You like to go to a party, but you know that the most important thing in your life is the learning process, which helps you achieve more success. The most important thing in life is to build a strong spiritual base. So it is difficult to say no to those things because we fancy doing them. That is where self-discipline comes in. To be disciplined and say no, this is what really matters to me, and I have to do it. Then you have to say no to those people politely. You can explain why you are saying no. I heard this one quote saying, learn to say no to people without explaining yourself. I would say, learn to say no to people and explain why you're saying no to them. Then they can understand why you're saying no, so they will respect your time and your values in your life. That is why we have to learn to say no politely and correctly. The third step is to understand that your time is valuable. Time is the most valuable asset that we have in our hands. Our time on this earth is limited. We don't have infinite time on this earth, we have finite time, and we have to use that limited time very well. I would suggest looking at your time like you look at your money. When you get money, you don't spend it lavishly or on whatever you want. You don't put that money wherever you are. No, we become more serious about our money. Similarly, think about your time as you think about your money. Because money can be earned again, but time cannot be earned again. You cannot take back the time. It is limited. That is why in this limited time, you have to do the best thing that you can do. Be more serious when it comes to time. Don't waste it. It is the most valuable asset that we have. If you value time and respect your time, then you can say no to unimportant things and learn to say yes to what really matters in your life. So, respect your time and also respect other people's time. The next step is to ask this magic question. Is it really necessary? Before you say something, do something, or say yes to someone or something, ask if it is really necessary. Do I really have to do it? Sometimes we say yes to unimportant things because we don't know that we don't really need it. For example, let's say you come back home after a tired day and you say yes to social media. You scroll through and it steals 1 or 2 hours of your valuable time. In that time, there is something valuable that you can do. Talk with your kids, your parents, or engage in something valuable with them instead of hanging out on social media and wasting that time. Just ask yourself, is it really necessary? Do I really have to do it? Then, you can decide what to say no to and what to say yes to. The final step is to figure out what is really important to you, what really matters to you. Most of the time, the reason why we say yes to unimportant things in life is that we haven't figured out what really matters in life. What really matters to us. That is why if you have a good understanding of the larger purpose of your life, what really matters to you, what is valuable in your life, you can be more focused on that and say no to other things in life that don't help you achieve the larger purpose in your life. Take a quiet time in your day to figure out what really matters to you today. What should I do? And what is the most important thing I should do today to achieve the larger purpose of my life? In that way, you will have a good understanding of what really matters in your life and what doesn't. Be more focused on doing those things. Sometimes, it is more enjoyable to do unimportant things in life. But although it is enjoyable and hard to say no to all those distractions, we have to say no to them, because those are the things that prevent us from engaging and achieving the larger purpose in our life. Finally, these are the tips that you can practice saying no to unimportant things, say no to distractions in your life, and be more focused on what really matters. Saying no can be really hard. I know it is really hard. But to achieve a happy life, a calmer life, and a more disciplined life, we have to say no and learn to say no to unimportant things in life. Practice these little tips, and then you'll be happy in your life. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you struggle to say no to in your life, and how do you plan to overcome it? And guess what? Our next video is going to be even more insightful. So, make sure you're subscribed, and you can be the first to catch it. Thank you for joining me in today's discussion on the power of saying no to unimportant things and focusing on what truly matters. If you found these tips valuable, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our future content. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's learn from each other's experiences. Remember, your time is valuable, and by saying no to the unnecessary, you're saying yes to a more focused and fulfilling life. Until next time, stay focused, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.